All right, let's get right into it. No crazy intros. It's just you and me. All right. So we got 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Franklin. Now this is the dyslexia edition. Yeah, I'm dumb. I didn't know there were different versions, so yeah. We got The Secret. We got Seven Habits for Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Now, these are all great books, man. Like, if you want to improve your life, that is awesome. However, there's one book that people have been neglecting for the past years, man. And it's actually the book that our whole society is based upon. I didn't know this, all right? But, guys, it's the Bible, all right? So, let me tell you something straight. For 23 years, been an atheist. So the Bible is not like the first book I will go towards for self-improvement, right? But the thing is, the Bible is different than all of those other books because in those other books, they just teach you like be proactive, or this is rule number 12, like be nice to your children. And then they'll give you examples of how to do it. The Bible doesn't really say that. So it has these stories in them. And once you read these stories, you're going to be like, bro, what am I reading? You know, there's no clear direction like where it's going to take you. So the Bible is different from all those other books. Because with the Bible, you actually have to think, like, what am I reading? What does this have to do with me? You know, these are all just some fairy tale stories. You know, that's how I see it, or how I saw it, at least. Just random stories that are too grandiose that could never have happened, right? Because let's be real, a guy parting the sea, a guy getting resurrected, all that stuff, that doesn't happen today. So why would I read the Bible? You're making sense. You are making sense. I'm not gonna lie. You're making sense. But this is how you actually got to read the Bible. So let me give you an example. We're going to go straight into it. You know, literally in the first book, everybody knows this, is Genesis, right? We have chapter 4, the story of Cain and Abel. Now, this is just a spoiler alert. You know, they're brothers, and one other brother kills the other brother. But let's see what happens and why it happens the way it happens. So it literally says, now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. So they both had different jobs, right? In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. Pretty cool. And Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering. But on Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. This is just one line, right? Just one verse. And we see here that his bitterness, literally, with his bitterness, he killed his brother, man. That's insane. But that's you and me. That's the thing. That's you and me. So let's say you want to learn guitar and you only spend like, I don't know, 2 hours a day to become like the greatest guitarist. But over here, you have some guy that he's giving his all. He's giving those fat portions, you know. He's giving that 6 hours, 8 hours of focus just to learn the guitar. And the Bible says God looks at you with favor. Now you could say the universe or just this energy or whatever. Fine, do that. But once you put in the effort and you know for yourself what is that effort, then you will be rewarded. If you don't look at yourself and be like, all right, I could have done more, but instead you're looking out and being a victim and like, man, why does he get this, but I only get this? Why does he get this? You're going to be consumed by bitterness, man. You're not going to improve in life. Literally, this was me with some of my friends. Like, some of my friends started these businesses and they got great. And I'm like, why am I sitting here while I'm literally jacking off to internet pornography and, just staying in bed for 8 hours and maybe spend like an hour, starting my e-commerce business? Like, what am I thinking? And I was so bitter for years, man. I was so bitter for years, and there was no progress. Now, in the story, Cain killed his brother, but I killed myself. I beat myself up. I killed my potential, basically. But man, that's just one story. That's one story in the Bible. Just one. Now, that chapter that I just showed you, let me show you how small it is, right? This is the chapter. So it starts here and it ends right here. So this is it. Now look at how thick this book is, right? There is so much knowledge in this, but you gotta think. You gotta think to understand it. You can't just read it and be like, okay, cool. Now I make it my own. No, that's not how it works. You gotta actually think, write down, see how it reflects on you, and see what you can apply as well to become a better version of yourself. So, I mean, if you want to take your life to the next level, start reading the Bible. And if you need help with that, just send me a message, man. I do Bible studies as well. So let's get it. Let's become the best version of ourselves this year. And to God be all the glory. Oh, that's it. Let's call it a day. I got to work on school.